What's up guys, it's Richard here from killerhardware.com.au, and today we're going to be doing another review, this time on an all-in-one IP network camera. So basically what this little thing can do is you can plug it into your existing network, you can also use wireless on it, and you can control the camera. It's got tilting and panning as well through some software or even through a browser off-site as well. So we'll just do a quick run through the key features here on the side of the box. So it's simple to set up, friendly GUI and do-it-yourself installation. It's got high image and video quality, two-way audio monitoring. It allows remote pan tilt control of the camera through the software or through a browser as well. It's got infrared LED illumination for night vision. It allows remote viewing and record from anywhere, anytime. It supports Internet Explorer and any other browsers, so I've tried it in Firefox, Safari and Chrome and haven't had any problems with that. It's Wi-Fi compliant with pretty much all the standards they use these days, so 802.11b, G and N. It's got motion detection alerts, so it can send you an email, upload any images to an FTP server. It's got multi-level user management, so if you're going to be configuring it and having several people using it, you can configure their access level on it. And it's also got a free DNS service with free multilingual recording software. So basically the DNS means you can set it up and you can access it anywhere at any time without the need for a static IP address. So let's open up the box and take a look at what came inside. So here we have the contents of the box. Here you can see the actual camera. It's got the IR LEDs just around the lens there, as well as a little green status LED at the bottom. At the back of the camera we've got our audio output, Ethernet port. This is where the antenna screws on for the wireless. We've got an input output for an alarm system if you have one, as well as the power input. At the bottom it's got a little sticker there showing you the default username and password. It's got a screw there for a mounting bracket, and we've also got a factory reset button just there as well. This is the mount that actually came with the camera. So as you can see, that just goes into the bottom camera there, and you can mount this on the wall or on the roof. It's got two screw holes and it actually came with some screws as well. This is the driver CD. This contains a video and documents basically telling you how to configure and get the camera all set up, and it's also got some software on there as well that you can use to monitor and record the camera's footage. This is a little mounting bracket for wires to go to your alarm system, so that just will sit in the back of the camera just like that. We've got the antenna obviously, so this allows you to connect over the Wi-Fi, and we've also got an Ethernet cable as well to help you get it set up and going. So what I'll do now is I'll quickly show you how to set the camera up through the user interface. So here we've got the CD that came with the camera. To start off with, you're going to want to plug the camera in via that Ethernet cable that came with into your network. You're not going to worry about wireless just yet because we're going to need to configure that down the track. Once the camera is plugged in, you're going to want to open up the bSearch EN program here. And we're going to go down here and search, and that's going to search for any of the cameras that are currently on your network. We've got our device name there, and here you can see we've got some settings for it. So you can choose to set an IP address automatically, so it's just going to obtain it every time it gets turned on. I've actually elected to give it a static IP address, so it's not going to change. I'm going to be able to log into that from anywhere on my network. I'm not going to have to worry about trying to find out what IP address it's got. So the IP address, subnet mask, the gateway, as well as the DNS servers that we're going to be using, and we've got the HTTP ports. This is the port that you're going to use to access the configuration from your browser, and we've got the account for watching and the password for watching. So you're going to want to configure a username and password in there to start with, and then once you've done all that, you just click update and you can close the program. So as you guys can see, we've got the camera's configuration page up here in my browser. So we've got the IP address that I assigned to the camera in that bSearch program, as well as the port that we gave it to. So you got the different options here. So if you're using Internet Explorer, you can use mode 1, otherwise if you're using another browser, use mode 2. So the first page it brings you up to is the view page. This gives you the view, what the camera is actually looking at the moment. You see you've got the controls here, move up, down, left, right, or you can also go diagonally as well. We've got a reversal option here, so if you actually mounted the camera on the roof and it's upside down, you can click this and it will put it into normal perspective viewing. Got options here for FPS, resolution, mode, as well as some brightness and contrast settings there as well. Got a couple of things down here, snapshot, refresh video, you can refresh the parameters as well. So jump onto the network. As you can see, we've got those same settings that we had in the bSearch programs, so you can update them in here as well after the initial configuration. We've got the wireless settings as well, so if you wanted to connect it via wireless, you go in here, you can scan for networks that in your area that you can connect to, click on it and enter the details. ADSL settings in here as well if you're using ADSL dial-up, haven't tested that. UPnP settings, the dynamic DNS server settings, as well as MSN config in here. Here we have the alarm section, so you've got two different ways for the alarm to be detected, by the alarm input being armed or from motion detection by the camera. You can see we've got some sensitivity options over here as well. And here we have the actions, so you can get it to link to your alarm system, you can get it to send you an email when it detects any motion. You can also upload an image to an FTP server too, or enable an alarm server. You can also schedule specific times as well, so if you know that there's going to be a time that you're always at home on a specific day and you're always going to move around the camera, you didn't want to get spammed, you can choose to exclude that time. Here we have the email settings, so you're obviously going to configure this with the sender address that you're sending it from, as well as the receivers, so you can have up to 4 here. And you're going to need to configure it with your email settings as well. And you can also put your FTP settings in here. And here we have the alarm server settings as well. Let's jump on to the advanced. This is the user settings. So say that I was a shop owner and I had a couple of people work in the shop, and I wanted them to be able to view the camera, log in and view it, but I didn't want them to be able to operate it or change anything. So you can configure a couple of different accounts, whether they're an operator so they can move it, or whether they're an administrator which can actually change configuration as well. We've got multiple device settings in here, so you'll be able to change this if you had more than one camera on there. We've got a couple other settings in here as well. Under maintenance, you've got the device info, the date and time settings, you can update that. You can also upgrade the firmware, so you can download the latest ones if there's any changes, and then save it to your computer and then upload it this way. You can also do a factory reset of the camera, which I'm not going to do. You also got a log here as well, which shows you who accessed the configuration page, what time. Obviously you can see I need to update the date just there. So the last thing I'm going to show you guys is something called IP Camera Centralization Monitor. This is a pretty cool little program that came on that CD with the camera. So what it allows you to do is to monitor several cameras at once. You can actually have up to 64 configured inside this program, as you can see down there. Obviously we've only got the one set up here at the moment, so we'll bring that up. To set up the device, you just need the same sort of settings that we had before. So we're using a B series. We just need the domain and the port, or the IP address and the port of the camera that we set up, and the password and the username that we configured as well previously. You also got some alarm settings in here, so you can have the alarm enabled. You can have it enabled all the time or on a schedule, and then you got the different triggers. So an outer input such as your alarm system or motion detection, you can set it up to use a siren, take snapshot and record footage as well. You can also set it to record footage at a set period of time and store it on a hard drive. So we'll get the camera up and running. We'll bring up the system settings as well. So you see down here we've got a microphone and speaker icon. You can actually plug a pair of speakers into the back of the camera, and you can set up a siren. You just need a web file that you can have on your computer, and then how long you want to run it for. You can actually also speak into a microphone on the computer that you're using this program with, and the output will be heard through the speakers that is connected to the camera. Here we got the location where you want to store all the videos and pictures. A couple other options down here as well. And we've got the device control here, so we'll just select the camera, and obviously you can move it around as you could in the web configuration page as well. Under advanced, we've got the video settings, and finally we have some other controls here as well. So if you wanted to display the time or the IP address of the camera, which would probably be handy if you're running so that
several.
concludes my video review of the IP network camera. I've been using it for about 2 or 3 weeks so far, and I'm going to say that I'm pretty impressed. It's easy to set up, has lots of great features, it comes in an affordable price point for what it offers. So if you're interested in keeping an eye on your home or small business when you're not there, or even if you want to see where that postman really did try knocking at your door to deliver that package, I definitely recommend taking a look at this product. As usual, I will have a written review available on my website, killerhardware.com.au. Thanks for checking out my review, and if you enjoyed it and want to see more like it, don't forget to subscribe.